Hi, I'm Andrew Martin. I'm the group publisher at cybersecurityasian.com. I'm here at Tech Week Singapore and joined by Demetris, who is the Director of Product Marketing for Asia Pacific and Japan at Cato Networks.
That's correct.
So first of all, thanks for dropping by. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me here. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
And before we dive in and ask you some specifics, do you want to just give us like a 1,000-foot overview of who is Cato?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
So at Cato Networks, we are a SASE provider, and SASE stands for Secure Access Service Edge. And basically what SASE is bringing together networking and network security into a single platform to make it simpler and easier, more scalable for customers today. And at Cato, we've been around now a little bit more than 8 years.
Yeah.
Okay. We are an international company, so we have presence all over the world. We have sales staff, marketing staff, everything all over the world. And we are a really strong company. You know, we have strong sales, we're growing, we have a very collaborative kind of a culture within the company, and everything is just a really, really fun company to be with.
Excellent. That always helps a lot. If you can enjoy working with a company, then usually it means your customers will have a better experience with you as well.
We're very much focused on making sure that our customers have a great experience in every aspect of working with Cato Networks.
Excellent. So, okay, so let me just ask some specifics. So when it comes to your area of SASE, we often hear people speak about convergence in the network space. But what do you actually mean when you're talking about convergence?
Okay, so when I started off, I told you that as a SASE player, we bring together networking and network security. So basically, convergence is bringing network access technology and network security together into a single platform. Yeah. And what Cato does, we actually have a converged software stack that brings everything, so network and security from a single software stack that allows us to deliver our capabilities and our services. So by converging these technologies together, what you're actually doing is you are allowing traffic that's coming into the network to be inspected all at the same time by your networking tools, your next-gen firewalls, your IPS, and other security tools simultaneously, and then apply the policies that at the same time before pushing it out to the destination where it's going to, whether it's going to public cloud data center, the internet, or wherever.
Yeah.
You know, so convergence, in the way Cato does it, it really provides a lot of benefit from a overall security and performance perspective for a lot of our customers. Okay,
thanks for that. That does put some clarity on it. Also, when I look at, I took a look at your website before we spoke, and one of the things that I noticed was you spoke about the fact that you've got globally more than 80 points of presence.
Yes.
And I wondered, why does that matter for your customers?
Okay. Well, I think most customers, when they are, we're in a global environment. Everyone, you have an office here in Singapore, maybe one day you're going to want to expand to Europe or the United States or whatever. We are a global company. We have global points of presence for our SASE Cloud service, because we want to make sure that our services is right where the business is, so right where your business is. Yeah. Okay? So if you are here in Singapore, we want to ensure that when you travel, you're going to get the same security, the same performance, the same guarantees in France or the UK or New York as you get when you are here in Singapore. And by having these points of presence that run the identical software code and have the identical policies for your users in your organization, we are ensuring that they're going to get that consistency in performance and enforcement and policies and everything.
Okay. So that's interesting, because it makes sense. Because I've always thought, I always think of the points of presence about performance, but actually you're saying it's a little bit more than that. It means you can guarantee the same level of security.
Yes.
Wherever you are as well. Yeah.
The way Cato is architected, yes, we can guarantee the same level of security, because when we do configuration or we configure security policy, it's all a single policy. And that single policy is replicated to all of our POPs worldwide, globally. Yeah. So that your organization, when you travel here, or from Singapore to wherever, because everything is going to be based upon your user identity, you're going to get the exact same treatment, the exact same security, exact same performance, everything, because it's all based upon who you are.
Excellent, yeah. So, and effectively with that many points of presence, then I guess you're covering, for most companies, you're being able to stay close to them wherever they might be, or wherever
our goal is to be as close to the business as possible.
Okay. So obviously, SASE, the last part of the acronym is Edge, but I'm going to ask you, I asked you what's Convergence, now I'm going to ask you what do you mean by Edge, and also, is the Edge an increasing area of threat that people need to worry about?
Okay, so the first part of your question, the edge can be anything from a branch office, a headquarters, a data center, or even remote user on one of these guys. These are considered edges, okay? And there is more of a threat today because today we are more dispersed than ever. Work from anywhere, work from the toilet or whatever. There's risk everywhere, and being able to accommodate provide security services no matter where you are connecting in from. It's very important because as a media company and you're traveling, you can't guarantee that when you connect into your hotspot or whatever, or a Wi-Fi hotspot at a coffee shop or wherever, that they're going to have security protections in place. But if you connect there and you're connecting into a service like the Cato SASE Cloud, because we can service that particular edge or your remote user, we can provide those security services to you. We can ensure that you're going to have the necessary policies to remain secure, and by inference of keeping you secure, we're keeping your organization secure at the same time. So that edge, the edges being more dispersed, it is creating a lot more risk. But if you have the right infrastructure and an infrastructure like Cato SASE Cloud, then you are ensuring that your organization and all your users are going to be as secure as possible. Okay, it makes sense, and I think with users kind of working literally from anywhere. Again, it's the same thing. They're not really anywhere. They're in your virtual safe environment. That's the point. As long as you're connected to Cato SASE.
As long as they're connected to it. So excellent. So listen, that's been really interesting. Certainly given me a little bit more clarity into what you're doing. But obviously you're here at Tech Week Singapore. So anything specific you're aiming to get out of being here this week?
I think there's several things that where in organizations like Cato and even myself, where we benefit. Number one, we get to understand where the customer mindset is. Okay, it's constantly evolving, and understanding what they're doing, what they're experiencing, some of their pains. It helps us understand how we can better serve them, how we can make them more secure. So understanding what the customer is thinking about. It also provides us a chance to connect with other technology professionals, okay? And believe it or not, we're a really small ecosystem. Most of the people in this auditorium here, we know each other because we've bumped into each other at some other point in time. We've competed against each other, and it's a good way for us kind of sort of reconnect and catch up. And I think the third thing is that we ourselves, when we travel and look at some of the other booths around here, we get to discover some other technologies and other services that we may not have known existed. That maybe something that we might want to look into as something that could maybe help our services become even better.
So collaboration, partnership, and things like that.
So it works in multifacets. To help both ourselves, our organization, and some of our peers. It's being here is just really good, and I enjoy it.
Excellent. So, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your time here as well. But we've certainly enjoyed having you with us, and appreciate you spending the time.
Hey, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so very much.
Thanks, Demetris. Thank you.